When you're in love today. Do 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 do. Ah. Are we back? We're back. Alrighty, guys. So I can see right now, I had a bit of an issue with some skip frames there, and I decreased the bit rate to make sure that we're all right. So let's go back over to back to a screen capture. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. So guys, let me jump back to the beginning. Is Bitcoin dead yet? No. Am I dead yet? No. Reports of my death are greatly exaggerated. Guys, again, shout out to Seb Green for being pretty cool about, oh no, is there, did you crank up the volume? Piosva? Here's the thing. You want to make sure that you don't crank up the volume. Yeah. Hey, J-Riggs, what's so creepy? Is it the not green screen that I have? Guys, I'm in sort of like a pop-up office right now. So broadcasting from an undisclosed location, from a bunker down in the middle of who knows where, next to a giant, next to a military base. Literally. Only not one between Ukraine and Moldova. I don't get the same cool adventure stories that Christy gets these days. So guys, yeah, people have asked, right? They're like, hey, can't you just answer this question about what David is doing or what Christy is doing? Disclosure. Guys, I don't work for SQRL. And I don't work for Minority. I do a lot of work with Minority, and Mystery Mining Mondays is something that Christy contributes to just as much as I do. So yeah, I guess I work around Minority. Yeah, so newbie, yeah, I've got like a webcam that's attached to a laptop right now. This is not my favorite thing. Yeah, it's a little annoying. Sorry. Yeah, broadcasting from a mobile broadcast unit center van down by the river. Next time, right? Next time. I've got to get a little more high tech than that. I still need enough broadband that usually LTE wouldn't do it. So guys, let's talk a little bit about this site. Is Bitcoin dead yet? I think it's hilarious that 99 Bitcoins already has an obituary page for Bitcoin. Apparently it's died like 306 times. So that's awesome. And I'm thinking of doing something a bit like this, a bit like that on Is Bitcoin Dead Yet? Or bitcoindeadyet.com. I've also got cryptodeadyet.com, but I just haven't finished building it out. And I'd like to kind of show all of the alts, right? All of the alts that people complain about and talk about, and oh, so many forks and so little value. So we'll build that out over time. So if you want to contribute original content to some of these areas, just talk about stuff, we could totally make it a rant site, guys. Up to you. Yeah, up to you. Oh dear, Sir John has got me pretty well triangulated there. I'm not too far from Cheyenne Mountains. Dun, dun, dun! Yeah, so I did, Terry B, the Bitcoin news with Starbucks and Microsoft. It's a big deal, guys. It's a big deal. And we may get, as long as we get some vendor lock-in there between Starbucks and Microsoft by way of paying for services a certain way, who knows which direction they're going to go. I know, Roypy, I'm sorry. That's so bad. That sounds so bad. Based on the conversation that we had privately, I don't want to say it that way anymore. But yeah, 69 blocks of Canary and still 0 Ladas. But all the Lambos, that's the thing. All the Lambos, you just don't know it yet. So yeah, lots of pumps and dumps. Guys, it's alt season. It's just to be expected, right? You see a lot of this kind of stuff when Bitcoin, historically, when Bitcoin is at this phase of market, sort of market price action every year. None of this stuff is new, right? None of this stuff is new. We've been going for 10 years now, and not a whole lot has changed. Not a ton. This is kind of like, it's almost becoming a predictable pattern every year, and it is seasonal, and it is yearly. I'm not going to pretend to know exactly how the movement is, but it appears to be a pattern that just kind of repeats itself. So, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, so Joe St. Louis, that might be interesting, except that, fíjate, my Spanish speakers, consider this. Yeah, they audit coins, but they also run a coin project. Makes it kind of different, and most of the functionality that they have proposed for their coin audit process is on the roadmap. I would never say anything negative about Redden Coin. I think it's a phenomenal idea. They've got a lot of work to do. So I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to I'm just going to keep that separate for now. And if they want to include some of my coin audits, fine. Totally up to them. If they don't want to include it, it begs the question, why not? Why do they have to own it? Vendor lock-in. It's a thing, guys. It's a real thing, even in this space. No disrespect to Philippe. I think what he's doing is admirable. I really do. All right, guys. Let's talk about some forks. People talk about Bitcoin New York or Bitcoin NYC. I've got the repository right here. Only so many forks, right? 4 forks. I wanted to check to see what that's all about. But as you know, I originally forked Turtle live with Rocksteady, and then I gave it a name, Canary Coin, and I said if it ever stops chirping, that means you can't do GPU mining. Let me talk about this publicly, guys. I like the idea, right? I am committed to the idea that we create a GPU mining coin that becomes a bit of a proof of concept. Does it have to trade at a high value? I mean, probably to incentivize broad participation. But if the reason to get it started is to create the standard for what ProgPow integration is, then it's always going to, relative to other ProgPow coins, at least for a time, it's going to hold value over not having ProgPow integration. I feel like that's probably enough to get it started. So looking at Bitcoin New York that has attempted to integrate ProgPow as the proof of work algorithm, I'm wondering, and I'm asking you, would this be a good thing to fork? And then say, all right, how do we improve the ProgPow integration? Now, I don't know that I want to promote Bitcoin New York. I don't even know what their project objectives are. So might be a way to go. You guys tell me. So Roderick is saying the reason why not much has changed is because instead of integrating crypto into day-to-day life, developers are more interested in being better than Bitcoin instead of functional now. Man, I agree. However, can you imagine what the current crypto landscape would be like if Vitalik and the Ethereum team hadn't had that goal in mind of being better than crypto? I don't know. We really, as a community, especially as GPU miners, we owe a huge debt to Ethereum, big time, right? And then to Bitcoin and the crypto note community. We really do owe them a lot. They have sustained us as GPU miners over the last year when Bitcoin couldn't, right? And Bitcoin forks couldn't. Nothing on SHA-256 could keep GPU mining profitable after the difficulty went up. So yeah, when ASICs hit the scene, it's like, why would you, even with new coins, why would you bother mining new SHA-256 coins with a GPU? Even when the network hash rate is low, why would you bother mining them on a GPU when you have an ASIC lying around that's doing multiple terahashes, right? Like, no incentive there. No incentive at all. So guys, Bitcoin New York, I don't know, I'm evaluating it as a possible fork candidate for to replace the current iteration of Canary Coin and then work from there. Developers in the community, if you are interested in assisting me, join me on the Mine Your Biz Discord and talk to me. Reach out to me. I haven't turned off PMs. I still get a lot of junk mail, right, on Discord, and I have to sift through a lot of it, but I do read all of it, guys. I am accessible, and I make myself accessible precisely so that I don't miss something that might be important. Okay, so there are a lot of people who are shelling, a lot of people who are telling me, you gotta check out my project, and I'm like, no, I don't. But if I didn't do that, we wouldn't be able to catch some of the projects that are newsworthy, right, actually worth talking about. So, guys, I agree with you. The current proposal, the EIP for Ethereum, the proposal to decrease the block reward significantly is maybe a little bit worrisome, right? So block rewards for Ethereum in the next year could significantly decrease as Ethereum sort of transitions into Casper. That might be what they're trying to do, is just say like, all right, we're going to move to proof of stake. We've always said we would. And so we're going to decrease the block reward right before we go there. Hopefully something will step up to help GPU mining remain profitable. And I think that ProgPow is one of the best steps in that direction that we could possibly take collectively, right? If we can get a coin adopting ProgPow and showing this is the standard, this is how it's supposed to be integrated, and this is how the daemon is supposed to reflect that, and this is how a wallet should be made to reflect these changes, then I think we've got a really solid base there to show the Ethereum Foundation or anybody else who's interested in adopting ProgPow as a proof of work algorithm. Then I think that really helps us as a community. even if that's all this coin ever did, I think that would be worth it, personally. I don't know. I'm still of that mind. And the idea that like I have to buy my own coins, or like what Seb said, buying my own coins, or like what Rocksteady said, like, oh, that's really generous for you not to take a pre-mine. I don't know. Let's discuss that as a community. I think that that's what matters, is that we talk about what our shared interests are as a community, and we figure out like how can we get our hands back on the levers that, and how can we kind of roadmap our own success as GPU miners, right? Sure, the big mining operations that have multiple hangars worth of GPUs, they're going to own a lot of the hash rate of a lot of the networks, of course. But if we do something that helps keep it unique to GPUs, I think we're in good shape. Anyway, I digress. Oh, Christopher Robinson is asking, when are we going to see the videos from the road trip? Saw only one, the tour of Squirrel's research office. I've got a little more, guys, but I can't release it just yet, and I'm really sorry about that. But I got pickups from the weekend that I think are really pretty cool, and I'll pepper those into a future video. But don't expect to see a ton. So, hey, Roderick, I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot. He's saying that my show has the same attributes as the Veritasium team, evaluation based on facts to develop stability. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And I think that's an important shared goal of the community. And it's okay for us to have multiple voices in the space talking about it, right? It doesn't have to be just one group. In fact, if it is just one group, then we've centralized the news. There's a danger in all this stuff, right? There's room for everybody to mine. There's room for everybody to, as long as they add value, to create their own forks. Right, as long as they really contribute something of genuine value to the space, to create forks of coins, even the established coins. It's okay for everybody to fork XMR. That's fine. It's even okay for you to have an ambitious roadmap, as long as you're actively working on bettering the space today, in my view. So, I mean, let's look at some of the other projects like Zencash, right? It took them time to get to the point now where they're starting to roll out some stuff that is of genuine value to the community. And kudos to the Zencash team for doing that. When they started, it would have been very easy for people to just be critical and say you'll never amount to anything. But here they are, guys. Zencash has made some pretty bold moves. Zelcash, to their credit also, very young CEO, very ambitious roadmap, but they offered the Zeltrez wallet that lets you store Raven. Kind of cool, right? Like, they've done some things that most people just didn't expect, and they have contributed some value, and development takes a couple of things, right? So it's the sort of development or work triad, right? So good, fast, cheap. Pick two. A lot of these communities, or a lot of these projects aren't functioning with a huge budget. A lot of these projects aren't functioning with a huge workforce. So if we want this stuff free, or if we want it cheap, then we've got to expect that it's going to take time, or that the quality, if they push features fast, is going to be shoddy. So that's the reality of development, right? We have to manage our own expectations there. But in the meantime, sort of like moving forward a little bit, moving forward just a little bit. Terry B, I mean, I saw you raving about it in our Discord with the Zeltrez wallet, and I was like, all right, there must be something to it. So maybe I'll do a walkthrough of it. Again, guys, I try not to just like shill a project, but man, if they did something worth talking about, let's talk about it, right? Troy Bates, you ask, why reinvent the wheel? It's a great question. In the crypto space, I can see a couple of very good reasons for reinventing the wheel. One, educating grandma. Guys, we've got to prioritize educating grandma. Seb said if grandma doesn't understand crypto, then she shouldn't get into the space. He's not wrong. We're still in the Wild West, but good grief, we've been doing this for 10 years, and you still can't just give grandma, like, you can't safely dust grandma some Satoshis to get her started with crypto. You can't, give her, you can't create a smart contract and mine 50% of whatever you're mining and give it to grandma for fear that it's going to be lost somehow or she won't know how to use it. That sucks. I don't want to live in that world, guys. I don't. I want to educate grandma. I want grandma to be able to use crypto. Okay? And maybe I should get to the point. My mom, who is in her 70s, I want her to be able to use crypto before she dies. Okay? I want it to be useful for her. And I don't want to say like, sorry, mom, you got to wait. Or like, this isn't for you. This is, not your time to use crypto. So I think that's probably a really important goal in terms of reinventing the wheel. wallets, keys, security, making sure that it works. Well, Roipi, I've heard you say very strange things about what you want to give what you want to give grandma. So I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried because he's like, hey, I want to give grandma like my sticky bun recipe. And I'm like, dude, your sticky bun recipe can't possibly be better than grandma's. So I don't know what you're smoking. Anyway. But, yeah, I mean, social engineering hacks, that's a lot of the things that people talk about, right? Yeah, Tiago, hey, you got it. Yeah, guys, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Certain things grandma will always do better than you. So don't condescend to grandma. She knows best about certain things. Rest her soul. My actual grandparents are like all dead. But so yeah, I think that is an important reason to keep forking coins and keep forking repos or building, right? Standing on the shoulders of the giants who came before. Monero is a great project. Zcash is a great project. Bitcoin and Ethereum are great projects, right? There's nothing wrong with taking these open source repos and forking them, or just contributing back to them and saying, like, look, we could make this better. But there's nothing wrong with forking them and having there be some kind of financial incentive if what you know you're going to do is genuinely getting rid of the pain that the majority of the market that isn't participating right now is saying, I can't deal with that. Right? Yeah, dealing with that pain. Yeah, Troy, your mom says, so you're printing money? Yeah, maybe, sure, kinda. It's not exactly how it works, but yeah, Mom, sure. But, all right, got some retracted messages there. All right, guys. So Roy wants to give his grandma an FPGA rig. See that? Okay, now you're talking about being very generous. And that I agree with. Be as generous as you can to grandma, okay? She's not going to be around forever. So let's help these people really enjoy. Guys, I went to a retail outlet today to pick something up. And it got me, right? Right here, right in the feels. I had to go to 2 different stores today. Big box stores in the United States. You probably heard of them, Walmart, and you've probably heard of Target. I had to go to both because there was something I was looking for. And I didn't find it at one store, had to go to the other. In fact, I picked up an item from both. Target, the person behind the counter, young, vibrant, smiled at me. Are they getting paid a lot? No, not a ton. But they're not getting paid the least they could be for their work. Over at Walmart, checkout counter, woman in her 80s. I kid you not. There's no way she was younger than 80. Almost confused by the cash register because she's probably going back to work after a spouse died or something. Maybe didn't have to work for the last 20 years. Could be that there was something about a pension or Social Security that was structuring the way that she was able to live her life. Fixed income before going back to work. And I'm not going to get all like touchy-feely on you guys, but what I'm going to say is that woman deserves to understand how crypto works just as well as anybody else does. Search your heart. You know it to be true. So yeah, educating grandma, that matters to me, guys. That really matters to me. And hey, I'm not going to get all Satoshi's vision on you, but I'm just going to say, there's some things in the white paper that read like a manifesto and talk about helping people who are, who are on that end of the spectrum. All right, so George, I'm with you. We've got to bring back GPU mining, which is why I want to talk about ProgPow. Bitcoin New York, they've implemented ProgPow, but from what I've been able to ascertain, speaking to developers, speaking to, people who know. I'm just going to put it that way, guys. You know who I'm having conversations with. You hear some of them. Speaking to people who know and who understand that this area better than I do, I'm going to invoke Steve Jobs here, right? Rest his soul. Not that I can compare in terms of lifetime achievement, but he said something very profound, which is that there are some CEOs that just push to be the smartest person in the room, right? They have to think they're the smartest person in the room. And paraphrasing his quote, he said, no, you hire people who are smarter than you. People who think they need to be the smartest person in the room so they can tell others what to do. And Steve Jobs said, no, you want to hire people smarter than you so they can tell you what to do. So I defer to the opinions of other people quite frequently. I don't need to be the smartest person in the room. And I don't think that people to participate in crypto should have to drive to become masters of like 5 different domains, right? Hardware, software, cryptography, network security, all of it. That should not be a prerequisite to just getting started in crypto. It shouldn't be. Because if it is, we've got this arms race that will require that I teach my children, right? My children who are like not even teenagers, about network security and cryptography and hardware and software concepts that I didn't even have to think about until I was a teenager, right? And even then, it was like the most rudimentary stuff. So, I mean, I get it. The general IQ has to be improved in the world to move forward. But man, to turn everybody in the next generation into like a STEM professional, it's a tall order. And it's just not going to happen, guys. That's the reality. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have developed nations that just have no advantage there. They won't be able to keep up. So how do we make crypto more accessible for the general public? I don't know. It's a tough one. Hey, Roderick, thanks for the shout out there, guys. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. Thank you so much for being subscribed. Thank you so much for being supportive, right? Sharing is caring. So let's have this conversation. Let's broaden this conversation just a little bit. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about a couple other things right here. There's Snow Blossom, and I've been offered an introduction to the Snow Blossom team. If anybody can speak to that, tell me over in the Discord channel. I'm interested in possibly interviewing them. You tell me if they're a worthwhile project for me to bring on the show. So, George, hey, I appreciate you framing it that way. I don't know, man. I've just got a really strong sense of conscience, right, and accountability there. So, hey, I got a comment on the last video that I released with Seb, where somebody said, like, hey, shame on you, Seth, for publishing this thing that should have been private and profiting off of it. Going back to how I started the video, first off, if I really wanted to sell out, there are things I could do that would help me sell out much more effectively, earn a lot more money than talking about this stuff on YouTube. Real talk. But I do take that kind of stuff to heart, guys, and I do read all of my comments, and I try to publish as much as I can without any kind of censorship. I wind up having to delete comments because there's some stuff that's just straight up salt, right? Like doesn't help anybody at all. But yeah, I take that stuff seriously. So thank you for characterizing it that way. I'm trying to do what's right by the community. So you guys nudge me, right? If you're telling me that I'm way off base, then I'm going to take that feedback to heart. So got right here, guys. Oh, I don't want to show faces because that could be bad. But somebody sent me this website, bitxmining.com. Here's where we start. And we've got some stuff right here. The Pro Plus, the BitX 2X, the BitX 25, the BitX Pro Plus Blockbuster. Request a quote. Oh, I don't want to name names. I don't want to shame people because these look like real people. But what I do want to say is this was sent to me. So I put it to you, dear community. Again, talking about how one person can't know it all. You know just as well as I do. In many cases, you know better. Does this look scammy to you? If so, why? Where are the red flags here, guys? What could a person who's from the outside looking in, what could they evaluate to think, should I trust these guys? Should I give them money? What's the criteria? Well, I'm going to start by going across the navigation up top. This is single page navigation, so it should just pull us, north and south on their page here. First off, let me check to make sure I'm still streaming. Yes, I am still streaming. Woohoo! Not shut down yet. But we've got home, we've got company. It's going to bring us down here. Request a quote. All right, so Roy's talking about some issues possibly with Snow Blossom. Guys, go ahead and let's move the Snow Blossom conversation over to the Discord channel. If you haven't gone over to our Discord, let me go ahead and pop that into the comments section right now. It's going to be a short code that you see right here because that's the fastest way in my mind to ensure that we always have a static link. But bit.ly/myb-discord, that'll bring you over to our Discord channel. So Faded is saying that this website looks a little bit generic. So right here, BitX aims to stimulate the economy by helping you generate additional revenue. We aspire to accomplish this goal by providing a low risk and affordable entry into the cryptocurrency space. Yeah. Niz2310 is saying the red flag is the trust. Okay, what are the features? What do they say their features are here, right? 200 USD per day, Newbie says. That's a red flag to you. Machines are hosted at our own facility. Okay. It's hard to disprove for somebody who doesn't live there locally and can't walk to the facility and find out or see a walkthrough of the facility. AI optimized mining to maximize profits. Yeah, there are auto switching algorithms. In-house financing available. Oh, okay. Well, guys, that's a profit center. You and I both know that if you have in-house financing, that you are earning interest. So it's not terrible. It's not a terrible thing to offer. I mean, otherwise, most people wouldn't buy new cars or people wouldn't buy houses. But should you really be financing a means of earning money? I don't know. I'd urge caution there. 25 years of cumulative experience with cryptocurrencies. That's cute. That could literally be 3 people, right? So automatic payments made straight to your Bitcoin wallet. Okay, so possibly they are strictly auto switching to NiceHash. Equipment is insured and secured, so they have hedged their equipment. Not bad. I'm seeing them put together a solid business plan for themselves. I can't hate on them for that. But right here, profits of up to $200 per day per card. Past results do not equal future results. Yeah, that's a little bit. I mean, Newbie, though, you're not wrong. They're giving themselves a get out of jail free card by saying that it's past results and it might not be indicative of what future performance could be, but they still are mentioning a performance number. And it grossly mischaracterizes what the current profitability landscape is and what it's been for months. Request a quote. Why do I need to request a quote? Okay, the team is here. I wasn't going to name and shame, guys. I'm sure that some of these people are legit professionals, or that we can find them somehow. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned here. BitX products, Pro Plus, 2X, 25, Blockbuster. There's no meaningful distinction between these products, though. They haven't shown us anything that's different, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. So request quote. Let's see what the request quote form is like. XBitco is asking, is Canary dead? Guys, no, Canary is not dead, but I have spun down these seed nodes. That has happened. So the project is not dead in spirit. Is it dead in terms of actual mining? It's on pause. Let me put it that way. Is that a fair response, guys? I think it's still important for us to create a Canary coin. Yeah, I wouldn't fill it in either, Newbie. That's, yeah. Order nickname. Decision maker. Oh dear. This is the kind of thing that you see on business websites, guys. Name, last name, phone required, email required. So why would they require your phone number? This is a tactic used by heavy-hitting salespeople, people who know how to hard close and chase down back-end leads. So they may decide to put you into the boiler room and try to what they're going to do is try to get you to part with as big an amount as they sense you can part with, right? So that's why there are no prices on those other products there, I would guess. I can't say that for sure, guys. I don't want to get caught in slander here. But this reminds me of some operations where that is the case. So I would be wary of that. Just giving them your info without there being any kind of information posted, ballpark figures even, on what the equipment costs. Now, do I think that Gigawatt and Genesis Mining are great operations? No, but they publish their prices, right? NiceHash publishes its info. Hashflare, until recently, right? Pour one out for Hashflare, published its prices. Are they perfect operations? Do I endorse them? No. But they bare minimum publish their prices. So this kind of thing didn't happen. But yeah, guys, I've known too many people, and I've been taught how to get on the phone and grow an order from, a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 to tens of thousands of dollars to, if the prospect has the executive authority to make that decision over $100,000 in one phone call or a couple. I've been taught these skills. They're scary, but there are people out there that can do it. And I've met them, and they're legit sharks. So seeing a form like this, where they require that you give them a phone number and an email address, and that's kind of all that matters, that kind of concerns me. Referral partner, oh dear. There are referral partners, referral numbers, all of 7 people who are authorized to refer you. So there's a referral structure in place. There may be some kind of MLM thing going on here. Yes, somebody said preferred BTC wallet address on a request form. Yeah, right? That's a little scary, right? Cash or financed, product option, 50 terahashes. Okay, it didn't even say on the initial form that it's a Bitcoin miner. So that right there is the Bitfury B8, 50 terahash. It seems to fit, right? Comments on machine. Yeah, preferred BTC wallet address, second choice, third choice. Wait, what? Failover BTC addresses? Why is that even necessary? Additional notes. Interesting. Been powered by Podio. Sweet. That's always a class act when you are using tools you didn't even pay for yet. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. This is like seeing, what is the name of that Heroku, right? It's like seeing a Heroku site where you're like, you're not funded yet, are you? Yeah. Oh, no, but Sir John, I think that people actually do. All right, I'm getting some feedback in the comments. XBitco says 100% scam. Newbie has his doubts. I would say some other people here in the audience have their doubts. Let's go over one more, guys, really fast. And then I'm going to call it a day because I have a wedding to get to. Mazel tov. Yeah, some family is getting married across town. Part of the reason I had to get back to town so fast. BitWealth Empire. That animation. Ooh, fancy. Fancy, fancy. So Terry B is saying, honestly, I find it hard to trust a site that links take you to the same page with such limited info, all screaming get rich quick in such a bear market without any real technical information. Yeah, just a load of sales flannel. I agree. It's hard to take them seriously. So BitX Mining, if you dare come onto my show, you've got an open mic here. Everybody does. But I will ask you difficult questions about what this stuff even means, what it is, what it does. And my community would too, because it seems like most people in the comments don't take you seriously. BitWealth Empire, that animation though. Whew. Their website background floaters are not floating. Thanks, Timothy Lou, for the comment there. Admin at BitWealth Empire. Cool. Log in or sign up. Our investment plans. Oh, they're making claims about earnings. No. After 24 hours, $30 to $5,000 in 24 hours. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where do we even start here, guys? Where do we even start? The investment plans on the top line make income claims. Registered company, licensed script. Oh, and Sir John, you make a really good point. They don't have Particle.js. Scam. Yeah. Problem solved. And what's up with the gay couple holding the megaphones? That's interesting. I mean, I'm not going to judge, but what does that have to do with your business? Who are we? Who we are? Cringe. I think they're US based. So, yeah, I don't understand. Profit calculator. 141% profit for one day. After 1 hour. Dude, who offers... who does this? 310% profit. So a 3x in 4 days. Let's give them all the money, shall we? What if I put in $100,000? Oh, first off, it breaks their calculator. I can't give them $100,000. $10,000 will give me $31,000 in 4 days. Guys, we should do it. We should do this. Let's go all in. What do you say, guys? All in. BitwealthEmpire.com, LTD. So they're an LTD. That tells me that they are either licensed, they're either registered in the UK or potentially the British Virgin Islands because they don't want to be associated with the United States. However, we've got an about page. Why do we need your money? Good question, guys. As you already know, it is somewhat risky to pin the hopes on a single share or good. We are duty-bound to invest in different shares and goods. We do not have enough capital for this. With your supports, both you and we will win. Our biggest will is to win the trust of you and become a big family. Warning, it takes time to pass Bitcoin on to your account. Bitcoin to your account. And Bitcoin commission rate is too much. We recommend other payment methods, Perfect Money and Payeer, daily payment, at the latest within 8 hours. Oh my gosh. Thank you, newbie, for posting the address right there. Oh, nope, they are in the UK. Thank you. So 3 Cam Road, Stratford, London, E15 2SL. Hey, my Londoners in the audience, do me a solid, throw a rock at their window. I'm just kidding. No, don't do that, because I mean, at least you know there you won't get shot if you stop by. You might, yeah, somebody with a big stick, bored with a nail in it, might walk outside. Brutus. Be like, oi, what you doing here? And you'll have to run for your life. Go fetch the bobbies. So this has me really scared. King David, he's killing it. DeSawney, Michelle, Spencer, BGI, Bright Futurite. Oh, Bright Futu Real Estate Investment Trust. Maybe, perhaps. Oh my goodness. This is too much. I can't handle this. Should we even let their video? No, their video doesn't even, it's not even clickable. It's not even a video. It's a fake video. It's a fake link to YouTube. Nothing even plays when I click it. Hey, pizza. Yeah, you designate, you don't have to be the person that does it. You know, don't countenance this act of goodwill, but find somebody to go throw a pebble at their window to catch their attention. Oh my gosh. Or leave a flaming bag of something on their lawn and ring the doorbell and run away really fast. I don't know how people like this can sleep at night. Guys, this is crazy. Dude, newbie, it's supposed to be a clickbait video, but you can't even click it. It doesn't even do anything. These guys fail at scamming. You fail at scamming. Somebody email admin@bitwealthempire.com and just let them know. Or like, I don't know, put them on like a listserv. You fail at scamming. Email them twice a day. Daily payouts of letting them know you fail at scamming. Oh my goodness. So guys, these are the two that I have for you today. BitX, I don't know what's going on there. I feel really sorry for these guys that have put their face on this because they look like they're real people, but it's so hard to take seriously, guys. If BitX wants to jump on the show, I don't think you guys will do very well. I think that my community will like figuratively dismember you publicly. I don't think it'll work. But you're welcome to come on the show if you'd like. I just don't trust you. Based on your business venture, I'm sure that you individually have probably done honest work. And this does not appear to be your finest work or your finest hour. There are some big changes that would have to happen for people to feel comfortable trusting you. Alrighty, guys. That's what we got today for Scambuster Saturdays. BitX mining to be avoided. BitWealth Empire. Anybody with half a brain need not apply. Alrighty, guys. So Vladimir, you're mentioning that there are people that fall for the scam, and I think that there are, and that makes me really, really sad. So guys, let's educate Grandma, right, on Saturdays. Let's make this a thing, right? Maybe that's what Scambuster Saturdays needs to be all about, right? Bring somebody who you think may be in danger. I'm dead serious. Let's do some interventions here, guys. Let's extend some invites to people that just don't know much better about this space. And let's just show them, like, hey, here's some obvious signs, right? For example, they make income claims. That's the biggest red flag you could possibly make. There's no company in the United States that can even get away with that without fear of having of criminal action being taken against them, or criminal litigation happening against them, right? That is criminal in this country. Making income claims, right, to these people and telling them you're going to get 150% profit by buying into this. An obvious Ponzi scheme. So Roy is asking, can we talk about miners mining at pools with 70% of the hash rate? Let's do that soon, guys. I don't want to make that part of Scambuster Saturdays, but let's talk about that maybe this Monday, because this month... Oh, I'm sorry. Let me kind of pull back on that promise there. We're not going to go at the regular time on Mondays. You know what Monday is? Monday's my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm turning very old. Don't ask. But, you know, send gifts. By gifts, I mean gifts. Send memes over in the Discord channel. If you really feel like dusting me some whatevers, I don't know, look at the addresses down below. You can dust me something for my birthday and, you know, put a little comment. Happy birthday, Seth. Congrats, you're not dead yet. Yeah, the Illuminati haven't found you based on your recent videos. Yeah, again, 25 is a good age. Oh, Vladimir, you silly person, you. Oh dear. Ken, yeah, you got it. But guys, so funny story. I actually grew this beard while I was in Texas because people couldn't guess my age within 8 years of being right. They always guessed lower because I eat fairly well. I work out fairly frequently. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't do drugs. I mean, unless you count life. Yeah, I'm that guy. So I tend to look really a bit younger than I actually am. And I grew a beard because people were like, I wasn't taken seriously at age 30. People thought I was like 18. I'm like, dude, I've got kids. I've got like 3 kids. And I sold a house a couple of years ago. Like I just barely got out of a mortgage. Like I've hit a couple of developmental milestones and like professional milestones in my life where like I kind of need to put all that stuff to bed, you know? Yeah. Newbie, that's the case for me. I am not 30 today. I am very much not 30 today. And yeah, well, Terry B, it's catching up to me. So you're not wrong. Somewhere in that range. But yeah, I would get carded. I would get carded if I shaved, if I drank and I shaved. Yeah, I don't buy alcohol for myself or others. So sorry, if you ask me to buy you a drink, I'll be like, nah, I'll get your Red Bull neat with me to join me at the, or Red Bull neat to mix with some milk. That's going to be what we drink together. That's a hard drink for me. Milk with Red Bull. It's the hard stuff. So guys, yeah, Scambuster Saturdays. What do you think? Was this worthwhile? Could you get somebody who is a rank amateur to crypto? Do you think you could get them to watch this and listen to some of this? Do you think we could change some of our language a little bit so we make it kind of like easy for them to digest and understand that they should stay away from stuff like this? You tell me in the comments, guys. Thanks for being supportive. If you haven't already, well, thank you for hitting that like button. Thanks for being subscribed. Thanks for clicking on the little bell icon. You hear me say it a lot. But when you click on the bell icon, it notifies you. YouTube notifies you for when I go live and when I publish new videos. And thank you for being supportive, vocally supportive of projects that are worth covering. And yeah, Jay, it's a thing, Jay. Red Bull milk. Look it up. I made it up. Okay, and it doesn't give you wings because Red Bull will sue for that. So it does something else for you. I don't know. But yeah, so Terry, I'm with you. It is hard to teach people who are particularly naive, but do you think we could save one more person from getting scammed? I don't know, I think that's worth it, right? If we can save just one more person from being like, I got taken for, my last 10 grand that I could invest. Sure, I mean they're probably waiting to be taken advantage of in some other way. But I mean, what if we as a community could get that same person to keep from spending 10 grand on one of these scams and spend 10 grand on one of our scams, like a new GPU rig? I kid, but you see where I'm going with this. What if we could get them like properly priced GPUs and just mining for themselves. Like 10,000 worth of GPU mining, you could run that in most homes on 110 volt power, right? So we could probably get somebody, we could save one more person the headache of like getting totally scammed. I don't know. So I think it's worth it, guys. Roy, you tried to shield people from Loki? You know, I thought I was going to also, but then I was impressed by the roadmap, and their team kind of is serious enough that for me, I think they're going to go someplace. I really do. I like the Loki team. I really do. So shout out to Josh and to Simon over at Loki. Really loved having you guys on the show. But yeah, cows give milk, not bulls. See, Jay, that's what I'm talking about. We're bringing things together. So bulls and cows. Oh, imagine what happens when the lights are out over in those fields. Usually it's just a bunch of, teenagers tipping all of them over, cows and bulls alike. But, what do I know? So, guys, I think, Scambusters, I didn't see anything else in the comments that we can cover today. I think it'd be cool if we did. Let me just double check, guys. If anybody brought up a project that's worth taking a look at. Roy brought up talking about pools that have 70% of the hash rate of different coins. What I'm going to briefly say to that is that if we're allowing that to happen, we are not decentralized enough as miners. We need some education there, guys. Let's make a pact that we start decentralizing more. Okay? Subscriber pool is a great option precisely because it's a low fee pool, right? 0.5%, and it's run and endorsed by YouTube promoters and influencers that you know. Matt from the Technicals and I, we've chatted offline. We've talked about it. Should I interview his pool devs? Let's have them on the show, guys. I want you to meet the subscriber pool devs, along with Matt. I think that what he's done there is admirable. I think it's important, and I think maybe we need some other options too. I might create a Estrada pool. I just might. We'll see. But I think we need to decentralize the mining even more. Like if we're only ever mining from 3 pools total, then we're doing it wrong, right? So if a pool has 70% of the hash rate, we've got the same problem that we did with NiceHash and the alleged NiceHash attack on Bitcoin Gold. So we need to know better. We need to have better habits. Oh, Terry, you're saying I should have NiceHash on and see what they say about it? Ooh, that could be interesting. I'll see if I can get them for comment. That'd be worth it also. But really briefly, let me jump back, guys. I saw there were a couple of questions or a couple of comments about projects that I could bring up. Troy, you said early on, you mentioned an infrastructure to authenticate and regulate ongoing cryptocurrency projects. Okay, I don't know if you were mentioning that as a scam per se. Guys, what have you got you can throw in the comments here that you've seen? Roderick, you're saying waiting for that Seb Green interview. Guys, Seb didn't seem willing to participate in an open interview. And I asked him and pressed him, and he was not initially willing to do that. I think I've gotten his basic take on CryptoNote coins. We'll see if there's time for him to come onto the show in the future. That's not going to happen this week. It's not going to happen probably even this month. So we'll be talking to some other coin projects that have some info for us on their coins. What I will do, guys, and what I think that Seb has brought up that's valuable is that when it comes to crypto notes in particular, I think maybe I should add one more question about, like, have you done development beyond forking the original repo? And ask them to be a little bit accountable to specifically what progress they've made outside of forking their mother project or whatever. So I think that would be something that I'm interested in adding to the question lineup. What do you think? Is that worth it? Tell me in the comments. So Ken is saying need to get some AMD friendly algos on the subscriber pool. Hey, I'm with you. Roy's saying +1 for pool devs. Cool. I think that this is really important, guys. Reaching out to Seb and having people mention that maybe I should, and then others say, like, no way, I'm not going to be involved, and I'm not happy with you for doing that. That was polarizing, guys, and I'm sorry. So Seb has he's lost his open mic for a while because I need to get to some other projects too. Yeah, so Sir John, I think you're right. Some better organized scams would be awesome also. And I think that we need to be a little more careful about how we characterize them, right? I wouldn't want to bring on a more established company that has money in the bank and a really good legal team prepared to bury me for talking about them publicly. But let's bring some stuff up, and let's especially pull that up on the Discord, right? So you guys already have the link to our Discord there. Let's talk about it. So Jay, you're asking, how do you evaluate a mining farm that has, that has 97 terahash? I don't want to be wrong on my numbers. Whew. Ooh, and XBitco has a really good one here. Let's pull this up in just a minute. Yeah, I'm going to pull that up in another tab in just a moment here, but let me jump back. I'm based in the wrong country for those. That's funny. So, Ken, I'm hearing you as far as AMD-friendly algos on the subscriber pool. I think if we do move to Estrada pool, if that happens, if that's something that we decide to do, then I'm very much an AMD fan. I'm not like an NVIDIA hater or anything, but I am very much an AMD fan, so I want to make sure that it's balanced, right? That both sides of the GPU ownership spectrum get equal love, so we can all remain profitable. Jay says Ice Rock Mining, so we will take a look at that also. But right here, what I saw from XBitco is interesting enough that I'm going to bring it up. vnixnetwork.com. Oh, snap. Oh, thank you, Terry B. 97 gigahashes. Gigahashes. I jumped in order of magnitude. Or more. Deploy customizable smart companies that navigate across all platforms. It's a big claim. But guys, they've got Particle.js. They have to be legit. This can't be a scam. Roy P doesn't believe in AMD fans because passive cooling is the way to go. Oh, sweet. Well, I can't scroll down to see any more info. Buy now, white paper. I mean, hey, at least they got to the point. Let's pop open the white paper. Really? Okay. What is VNix? And intro. On-page navigation is obviously broken. Oh, you know what? I've got it. There we go. Decentralized embrace total privacy security. Peer-to-peer architecture powered by the Ethereum, no single point of failure, granting immunity to censorship from third parties and governments. Guys, come on. Oxford space here after your period. Keep sensitive financial information out of the public domain, preventing espionage from competitors and counterparties by storing revenue in the Ethereum wallet. Wait, what? Somebody here doesn't understand how crypto works, because if you're holding, you have to do like a wallet network or nested wallets, you can't just leave things in a single holding wallet. I know, Roy, it's got Particle.js. That's what I'm saying. There's no way it can be a scam, but let's read on. In addition, all communication facilitated within the network are end-to-end, encrypted with an open source protocol. VNX tokens, self-drop, first phase. Total supply, only 900 million. Accepted currencies, ETH. Token distribution, bounty distribution. YouTube bounty. Oh, wait, maybe I can get a bounty. I'm going to say nice things, guys. Hey, Rackley3, thanks so much for you wrote an article on my spreadsheet. Oh, thanks so much, man. Appreciate the love. Yeah, the spreadsheet I did because, again, we need a little more transparency, and sometimes we need all the info at a glance. For as much as there's some really cool stuff you can do with the front end representations of tables and stuff, and a good database, sometimes a spreadsheet is just all you need. Hey, Keith, how are you? Thanks for saying hello. Come on, man. Navigation is like really broken here. Timeline. Team assembled and initial funding from private donors achieved. Wait, it's achieved? Oh, you're achieving it. Distribute initial tokens to private investors. Complete testing and release beta of organization and network mainframe. Finalize entire customizable governing parameters and all organizational functionalities. Oh my gosh. So much jargon. So much jargon. Myron with the first comment. You thought I'd forget. The core team. These look like real people. They do. One of the best and highly talented team. Okay, not going to name names. You guys see there's stuff here. Not going to name names. And I don't want to be discouraging yet. We're just evaluating here. Just evaluating. Okay, white paper, please tell me you work. Guys, the white paper doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, buzzword alert. Much. Finalize entire customizable governing parameters and all organizational functionalities. So what they're saying is we don't even know what all of the functionality of this network is going to be. We're just spewing stuff and talking about there being a competitive advantage by throwing business data onto the Ethereum network and into the Ethereum virtual machine. Good grief. What a horrible idea. That's all I'm going to say about that, guys. I'm not going to call it a scam, but what I will say is in terms of the core concept, this is one of the worst ideas, to try to throw business intelligence into public blockchain. That's terrible. Unless you're creating your own private network, in which case, why is blockchain what you're using? I don't know. So contact info doesn't work according to newbie. Roadmap, on-page navigation doesn't even work. Yeah, XBitco says that the hair designer is hair designer. Oh, their designer. I thought you said hair designer. I'm like, oh, are you making fun of Ren's hairdo here? That's very mean-spirited. But then I realized you were talking about something else. Daniel Kaminsky de Souza is apparently the Ethereum Classic co-founder. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. And I don't want to say anything negative there, because I think Ethereum Classic, while I don't see huge functionality coming from it, I think it's interesting that they've been able to keep it alive and going, right? So, I don't know. I'd be interested to see where these guys are actually headed, but they're trying to get money before they have a real roadmap. And the bounty distribution, I don't know. I mean, fathom the hypocrisy. What if, guys, go ahead and send them this video. We'll see what they do. Send me a bounty for putting them on a Scam Watch show. I don't want to live in this world. Oh my gosh, what does this come to? What have we come to in the crypto space? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this, guys. Why would you put business intelligence on anything other than your own servers? Anything other than your own VPS? As a business, why would you bother putting it on somebody else's air quotes private blockchain? Just, oh my gosh. I don't understand the business case for this. Guys, you've heard me say it before on other shows, not every idea deserves to be blockchainified. So, yeah, the VNix network, I don't know. I won't call it a scam, but what I will say is that I just don't think that it has a solid business case. And they are attempting to do a token sale. So for my part, what I would say is I would urge people to really search their souls before investing in something like this. This is not investment advice, but what I will say to you, yeah, no, Brandon, totally. What you missed before about my green screen is that it's not a green screen. It's actually a magenta screen, which you can pull a key against if you have the right skin tone. I don't, but it's all I had in a bind, so I am about to Hulk out. Watch this. This is going to be awesome. Here we go. Seth smash! Yeah, had to do it. So, yeah, Terry B, you're talking about too many coins like this using smart buzzwords without true implementation of why or how. I'm not seeing the why. And frankly, even the how, to me, is a little bit off. It's just a little bit off. Let's see if the buy token button works. Does the buy token... Oh, hey, that works. That button works. Oh, yeah. There's the smart contract. You know it. I can buy some tokens. You like that? That was my Shack Shake. Did that work? I can buy some tokens, VNX. Oh, I want to set up a smart contract right now, guys, for the Scambuster show. Can we do that? And we'll just, like, give it to starving children in some third world country, like, legit. We'll just, like, totally split it up to like, good causes. You make a site. SundayScambusters.org or whatever. I don't know. Good grief. Brandon, get some concealer. Start doing makeup videos. Yeah, most important button is working, newbie. I'm ashamed here. I'm kind of ashamed for them because, like, how do you go on record being the co-founder of ETC that has at least some adoption, right? For a time, at least, it made sense to who was it? It was Simple Mining. Simple Mining, they still take payment in ETC because of the low transfer fees. Granted, it's low usage too, but yeah, Scambuster coin. Let's do it, guys. New token, Scambuster coin. Better make sure that my smart contract page is working and use Particle.js. Otherwise, I'm not legit. Hey, it's even responsive. And I move around. It moves around too, right? It's just as slippery as some of these devs. Whew. Alrighty, guys. So I think that's about as much as I can handle today. My heart just can't take any more scams. VNX network, guys, I'm not going to call an out-and-out scam. I feel like that would be slanderous. That would be a slanderous thing to say because they do have a real team that has actually brought real projects to market before, and it could be that they, I don't know, temporary insanity, just lapse of business judgment because the business case isn't there. Oh, XBitco, you're gonna make me look at one more. Yeah, Brandon, you're right. Charities do make money, but consider that nonprofits also have to have an organizational structure. So they do have to have officers. That's the one justification that they have for it, is that they do have to have people and infrastructure to enact what they do. Granted, they usually abuse that infrastructure, and it winds up being like 10 cents on the dollar that actually goes to like what you think you're donating to. So there's a lot by way of the nonprofit space that would benefit from crypto and smart contracts, because then it's like, boom, smart contract setup requires 0 people. Done. Right? So I don't know. Maybe we should pull on some nonprofits onto the show and say, hey, stop being so scammy. We'll get crypto involved and help you. So I don't know. Project to legitimize mineable coins, guys. That's kind of what where I'm going with Canary Coin. Not that I want to legitimize mineable coins, but that I want to create. But that I want to create a coin that stands as a proof of concept. So, guys, talk to me in Discord. Do you think we should jump back to the beginning? Do you think we should evaluate seriously Bitcoin New York? Because I've already got ProgPow integrated, but as I've heard from developers, it's not implemented as well as it could be. Maybe we could fix it from there, and then from there, we can build a little bit of functionality that we think is important for a coin that actually adds some value and creates value ongoing, so that it is maybe even profitable to mine down the line. I don't know. But you guys talk to me over in Discord. I see last comment there from XBitco, the Lynx network. I really want to. I really want to bring it on screen now. Oh. Sufyan, hey, welcome. So I'm going to pull up Lynx network here. Oh, wait. What? Nice. Hey, Roderick Myron. Guys, thanks so much. Miners, let's do this. Jump back into the Mind Your Biz Discord. Let's seriously talk about this. So the fork for Canary Coin, like, again, guys, I'm really doing community management here, community leadership with it. I often admit ignorance, right? I don't pretend to be like a proper dev. I can click fork repo just as well as the next guy. And as you've seen live, I can change emission curves and block times and stuff by going through the README just as well as the next guy. But I think we need to do more. So let's talk seriously about what code base we think is a really good candidate to fork for doing ProgPow integration for Canary Coin. Yeah, we'll call this next version of Canary Coin. Let's call it the Phoenix release, right, of Canary Coin, because I spun down the seed nodes of the first crypto note version of Canary Coin. So from the ashes, we will grow something that can be mined for maybe more than a week. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. So I'm going to call it a live stream there, guys. Thanks so much for your involvement. Thanks for hitting that like button. Thank you for being subscribed and clicking the bell icon so you know when I'm going live. Thank you for your donations also, guys. That means a lot. I want to call out, oh God, a noob or Noobasaur for being really generous. We were chatting the other night on Discord, and he dusted me it wasn't, well, I'll put it this way. He gave me a donation in Bitcoin that was not a dust transaction. And it means a lot. Thanks, noob. No, don't kidnap him. I don't think he has like ultra fat bags, so don't kidnap noob, please. But he was very generous with me. So community, thanks so much for your support. Really, the community is why I'm doing this, and so your support means the world. Appreciate it, newbie. I will have fun at the wedding. Guess who's shooting it? Not me, but I am art directing the wedding video tonight, so it'll be super cool. So, hey, Brandon, I am going to come up with a mission statement that stands out. So just that's what I do very well. I do the thing of mission statements and vision statements quite well. For those who know, for those who've been in closed door sessions with me, I am the mission and vision statement guy. I am the team builder guy, consultant, Swiss Army knife of business. So let's coordinate this thing, guys. But I want your feedback. If you see something that's worth using as a code base, let's really seriously talk about this over Discord, because I think we need to get this Canary Coin going, and we need to get it mining, and we need a proof of concept now, because Ethereum is talking about decreasing block rewards in the foreseeable future. We need to get moving now. We need to make waves now. We need to get their attention now. So help me out. Let's keep the conversation going over there, guys. And yeah, really appreciate you. Brandon, to your point, people who are, to your point, on a lot of people are skeptical of a lot of coin forks out there, ZEC-based and CryptoNote-based alike. And some of them are not wrong, right? And there will be a great culling in the near future, I'm sure. There really will be, where we're going to see a lot of projects die off, and we're only going to see some really strong entries survive. So if as a proof of concept, to use my own interview questions on myself, if 5 to 10 years from now, the only thing that people remember of Canary Coin is that was the deciding moment when the decentralization of the production of crypto was absolutely sealed. Like when we knew that it could continue to be mined at home, at least on GPUs, then that to me is enough. Doesn't have to be a huge profit center for me. Doesn't have to be like better than 100% of all of the coins at everything. If it just helps ensure the future longevity and profitability of GPU mining and GPU bounties, that's enough. So we'll make sure that this does work. This does work. Yeah. Yep, he is right. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a show. Thanks so much for your support. Thank you so much for the generous donations. You're the reason I do this, whether or not the donations roll in. You're the reason I do this. Love your face. That was terrible. Let me try it again. I love your face. Man, these are getting really creepy. I'm just going to say thanks again, and I will see you very soon.